Interesting facts about Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex was not the biggest meat-eating dinosaur. Most people assume that the North American Tyrannosaurus Rex, which weighed about 8 tons, was the biggest carnivorous dinosaur that ever lived. The fact is that Tyrannosaurus Rex was outclassed by two dinosaurs. They are the South American Giganotosaurus, which weighed about 9 tons, and the Northern African Spinosaurus, which tipped the scales at 10 tons. These three theropods never had the chance to square off, since they lived in different times and places. T-Rex's arms weren't too tiny. Its arms seemed disproportionately tiny compared to the rest of its massive body. But the fact is, T-Rex's arms were over 3 feet long, and may have been capable of bench pressing 400 pounds each. T-Rex has a poisonous bite. Some experts think the shards of rotten, bacteria-infested meat lodged in its numerous closely packed teeth gave Tyrannosaurus Rex a septic bite, which may have infected wounded prey. The problem is, this process likely would have taken days or weeks, by which time some other lucky meat-eating dinosaur would have reaped the advantages. Female T-Rex were bigger than the males. Based on the size of existing fossils and the shapes of their hips show that female T-Rex outweighed their male counterparts by a few thousand pounds. One reason may be that females of the species had to lay clutches of big eggs, and thus were blessed by evolution with bigger hips, or perhaps females were simply more accomplished hunters than males. The average T-Rex lived about 30 years. Based on an analysis of existing specimens, experts speculate that Tyrannosaurus Rex may have lived as long as 30 years, and since this dinosaur was on the top of its local food chain, it would most likely have been felled by old age, disease, or hunger rather than attacks by its fellow theropods. T-Rex was both a hunter and a scavenger. For years, paleontologists argued about whether Tyrannosaurus Rex was a savage killer or an opportunistic scavenger, that is, did it actively hunt its food, or did it tuck into the carcasses of dinosaurs that had already been felled by old age or disease? Today, this controversy seems rather quaint, as there's no reason T-Rex couldn't have pursued both behaviors at the same time as would any respectable carnivore that wanted to avoid starving. T-Rex had an incredibly powerful bite. In 1996, a team of Stanford University scientists determined that Tyrannosaurus Rex chomped on its prey with a force of anywhere from 1,500 to 3,000 pounds per square inch, comparable to that of a modern alligator, and more recent studies put that figure in the 5,000-pound range. A bite that powerful may have been capable of shearing off a ceratopsian's horns. T-Rex was originally known as Monospondylus when the famous paleontologist Edward Drinker Cope excavated the first T-Rex fossil, in 1892. He briefly considered naming his find Monospondylus gigax, which means giant thin vertebrae. After further impressive fossil finds, it was up to the then president of the American Museum of Natural History, Henry Fairfield Osborn, to give the immortal name Tyrannosaurus Rex, which means Tyrant Lizard King.